What's up, Champions fam? It's the bad guy, a WWE champion, Zeke Forno, back with a brand new video, and we are going to knock out some weekend content because we do have a faction feud ahead of us dedicated to the waifus. So let's go ahead and take care of the Feathers of Frost tour as well as the 12 J's Yeet tour in one fall swoop. So we're going to go ahead and hop into hell mode. We're going to start off with the Morgan Spirit tour, and we're going to use my girl Kairi Sane, Kabuki Warrior, with the triple green. You already know what the setup is. We're going to go ahead and make that row of Snowfall and Pyro. We're going to put down some multiplied gems, and then we're going to hit the Tokyo Slam to blow up that row to make a bunch of blues into multiplied gems. And thanks to the LA Night Plate, yeah, them blue gems are going to be perked up to 300% damage for one turn. So we're going to go ahead and rock and roll and get this in. I'm definitely going to be utilizing her. Make sure I got that autoplay off, and we are going to breeze through everybody. There were a couple of characters I could use for this. Roxanne Perez was another one that could have been utilized here. My girl Io Sky could have also been used, but we're going to go ahead and get into business right here and now. This is going to be an easy clap. This is going to be an easy dub right out of the gate. So we're going to go ahead and just get into it. We got a lot of content to knock out in one fall swoop, so I am not going to be around to bore you all. I just want to get straight to the point, and let's go ahead and do what we got to do. So we're going to put this right here. We don't have to run nothing back. We just need one good hit, and it's going to be on to the next one. So we're going to knock this out. We also got the Ireland big fella. We got that tour. That's also going to be fun to do. I'm excited to dust off my boy Judgment Day Finn Balor. I'm going to make sure to put the 100% gem damage strap on him so he can take care of business too to get that KO. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. I am absolutely excited. Make sure to check out Champions Chat's latest podcast, the best of 2024. It is definitely worth a listen. Definitely worth a listen. And for sure, I definitely like a lot of the ideas they came out with. So I'm going to give a little twist and little take on mine. They basically talked about everything that was champions for the year of 2024. So a couple of things that they brought up. First and foremost, right out of the gate, for me, they said one of the questions was, who was the best free-to-play of 2024? In my opinion, there's a lot of ways this could go down. Technically, if you want to be realistic, technically, the best free-to-play character, in my opinion, to come through all of 2024, hands down, without question, had to be the boy, new gen technician Roman Reigns Shredder. That, in my opinion, was the very best free-to-play unit. If you just did your due diligence, did what you were supposed to do, you were able to get the Shredder for free 99, no cost whatsoever. However, if we're going to be real with it, if we're going to just stick to the script of what was provided to us right out of the gate, no problems. If we're going to go, we'll put Shredder with an asterisk. But if we're going to talk about straight up, here you go, no charge whatsoever, I'm going to have to go with my boy, all aboard! The Prince of Darkness, Ruthless Aggression Trickster, Ozzy Osbourne. Hands down, 1 MP problem, spamming black gems all over the board, causing chaos with those cascades, as well as the bleed damage, and a great counter to submissions too. Could not beat that, could not teach that. So, asterisk, I would say Super Shredder Roman Reigns. Go-to guarantee best free-to-play character had to be Ozzy Osbourne. We're going to go with that one. Now, I am going to also go another tier. Since we're doing what I'm going to make my own little situation here. Best A-tier champion. Well, in my opinion, because we've had a lot of good A-tiers come through, mine personally, it has to be The Miz. Must-see superstar Miz. Hands down, combined with his moment, he is hands down one of the greatest A-tiers that was given out this entire year. You put the moment right next to him. A lot of people weren't able to get Julius Creed, but you had a very solid chance of getting The Miz. That means that you were able to get a absolute monster and an absolute problem with him, because the guy with that moment, that briefcase moment, that Money in the Bank briefcase moment, it didn't just upped the ante with him, but it also upped the ante with a couple of characters, and that was something that was a sight to see. Guys like Striker Orton, Apex Predator got a buff. Dominator Bobby Lashley got a buff. Jay Uso, I'ma get him, got a killer buff with that. Even R-Truth, you know what I mean? R-Truth Acrobat got a very powerful buff with it. So it was a universal moment that can be utilized in all facets of content that beefed up not just The Miz, but everyone else alongside it. So that I have to say but me personally, it has to be The Miz. Following him, though, I mean, we had a lot of good killers. We had a lot. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Tama Tonga. Big fan of Eric Rowan. So move damage was dead at the beginning of the year, and then next thing you know, boom, wapow, there it is. Definitely an absolute problem. That was definitely, you had a lot of really good ones. Even Mae Young with the Unbreakable Crown, that was killer. The Tama chest plate that came with Tama Tonga was an absolute worth the investment. So I would have to go for that. Now, S tier, without question, it's 2. I'm gonna do 2 on this one. I'm gonna do 2 for y'all. On this one. Actually, I'm gonna be fair. Let me go ahead and be fair on this. We'll do husbando and waifu side. So for free to play waifu, well, realistically, the only one that's coming to mind for me that I did enjoy with the perks and stuff, and honestly, it has to be Zombie Chelsea Green. Has to be Zombie Chelsea Green. It was a long overdue that we need more powerhouses, husbando and waifu alike. Chelsea Green killed it for the free to play waifu side. A tier side for me though, A tier is going to definitely go to Mae Young. I just love using Mae Young. Mae Young was definitely worth it. Would have been nice for her to have been a trickster, so we finally would have had a trickster waifu, but Lord only knows who that's going to turn out to be when everything's said and done, right? It is what it is, but it's not over. Now, S tier, this makes it a lot easier for me. Best S tier husbando, of course, it's your boy. You already know. If you don't know, you about to find out real quick. I don't even have to say his epithet. I literally can just say his line and you already know. I love you, Solo. Yeah, Jacob Fatu, the bloodline, the new bloodline, Samoan werewolf, modern era acrobat, hands down the best S tier unit in the game of 2024. My opinion, of course. Following that though, S tier. The best waifu S tier of 2024. Now, there's a couple of ways to go about this. Now, it could be an S tier that I don't have, or it could be an S tier that I do have. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the S tier that I do have. And I'm going to say it's going to be Zombie Zaylee for sure, for the simple fact that literally it was this big conversation when 6-star goals came. Oh, 6-star goal move damage is dead. And then they hit us with the back-to-back with Zaylee and Eric Rowan, Rambling Rabbit. And they sit there like, am I a joke to you? It was a little bit of hit and a miss with an S+ tier Solo Sequoia. But when it came to Zaylee and Eric Rowan, yeah, they got down to the nitty-gritty on that, and they solidified it. So that would be the situation there. But outside of that, I have to give an honorable mention for S tier. Waifu side, of course. Waifu side. It definitely will have to be Maxine Dupree. She just handles business. That's just the best way I could put it. She's definitely a character that, like I said, I didn't choose her, but she chose me, and I am absolutely fine and content with that. And there she is right there making a little cameo. So, boom, we'll switch that over. She's absolutely a problem, especially if you got the La Familia plate, especially if you got her gear, the Summer of Champions 2 moment. Oh my God, I'm so sad. I know, Lee, I know a lot of you say it, hey, make sure to wait to the very end to pull the trigger on the prize wall. Well, I didn't, and I did it so you didn't. So for those of you who don't know, do not invest in the Summer Champions moment. unless you literally are sitting at 7 out of 8 so you can fully unlock it. You purchasing it once, it literally just gives you one token toward it to fully unlock it. I learned the hard way. So that's what we got going on there. Now, last but not least, the S plus tiers. The S plus tiers. What's going on now? They introduced them. So there's only a handful of them out there to begin with. Realistically, honestly, wholeheartedly, S plus tiers are far in between. So for waifu side, for me, the one that I was the most hyped for, the one that I was ecstatic for, waifu side, it was Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus, when she pulled up, that was absolutely great. And on top of that, I think honestly, even up to this point, she is the only S plus tier that was offered from an MLE, MLC standpoint. So we're just gonna leave it at that. That's the best way to put it right there. She was a given. You know, that there's only been a handful of them. And if I'm missing one, forgive me. Aside from her, the husbando side, real straight up, you could say it's favoritism. Mine has to be my boy, Uncle Howdy. Hands down, has to be Uncle Howdy. The unorthodox gameplay, the multitude of ways that you can play him. Literally, the combo, a set, like a 3-move set of 2-piece combos. Literally, each move is a combo move. Expands and broadens the horizons of what champions can do, because not only that, now you can literally work in mechanics for, okay, we got moves, one move doing 2 things. Who's to say we don't end up having one move that does 3, 4, 5 things? It is a possibility, and that's going to make gameplay very unique, very eccentric. But I mean, follow up with that, I mean, Abby the Witch was really cool on the waifu. Again, not my playstyle, not my preference, but she is a monster. Zele Knight, also really good, but definitely Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is another one that was definitely really good for the S plus tiers of 2024. But I will double back and also speak on these two. Final Boss. The Final Boss Rock, definitely a great A tier that everyone was able to acquire with the revamp of MLCs and MLEs. Can't forget him. Following that, free to play unit, Batista Bomb. Love that Batista. A great Batista at that. It didn't have to go the way that it went with him. They made him really, really good, gear and all. Those are the only two that are coming to mind. I mean, another S tier that I did not mention, but it's kind of also one of those things like, well, if you know, you know. It definitely would have to go to. It has to go to my girl, mommy, Heavy Metal Rhea Ripley. So that's another one. I will give you that. I will give you that one there. And if we're doing an additional S plus tier, Ilya Dragunov deserves his flowers. So if he doesn't get it, he's literally, the debut as a S plus tier speaks volumes, especially if it's the first version of yourself. So I will give you that. Now, my favorite feature introduced into the game. My favorite feature of all time. Do mind, I got the window open. I want to apologize now. It's snowing where I'm at. The vehicles and everything are going. Hey, Baba, man, what's happening, handsome butt? You checking in on Daddy, doing the video? Hey, yeah, boom. Yeah, handsome. Mind it, I got the kids with me. Hey, what's happening, Devon? Good to see you, young sir. All right, partake. Daddy's doing a video. Y'all have fun. If you need me, you know where I'm at. All right, enjoy. So, we got the kids live and well, kicking it. We got the window open. People headed home to the loved ones. Got my son rocking and rolling with me. My favorite feature right now. High five, man. High five. You know you the man. My favorite feature that was introduced in 2024. Well, the midweek prize wall is a great feature. I am not going to lie. It gives you something to go for every single month, every single MLC. It gives you something to work towards. But aside from that, Aside from that, if I have to choose another option aside from the midweek, I really enjoyed the steel cage matches were absolutely phenomenal. I am grateful that they brought that into the game, and it makes me excited to see what is going to come out next. I mean, you could do, like I said, TLC matches, you could do Hell in a Cell matches, you could do Inferno matches, you could do ladder matches. There's so much opportunity when it comes to game styles and setups that I am truly ecstatic and excited to see what we do in the upcoming years. But midweek prize wall was definitely a good look and a great feature added. But to me, gameplay wise, if I say quality of life, I'll go double time, just like husbandos and waifus. If you got quality of life feature, I will say midweek prize wall. If I'm talking about gameplay and content, I will say steel cage. Go. So that's how it is. Those are the ones that I would definitely prefer to pick and choose. Love you, Baba. Love you. Pound it. Give me that. Dang right. That's what I'm talking about, Baba. That's how I would go with it for best features of the game. It would definitely be those characteristics right there. So, aside from that, my son, he's playing with me. 1 minute he wants to kick it, he wants tickles, and then the next minute he's outside. What's it doing? So, this is awesome. But we're not editing nothing. We keep it real life. We humans around here. You know what I mean? So, when we do this, let's hope and pray everything works out. All right, it should be good. It might work, it might not. Either you're in or you're out, son. We're not playing around with the door. Either you're in or you're out. So with the features and everything, that's what I would say. Quality of life side, it'd be the midweek prize wall. Game feature side, definitely steel cage rules. Then following that, well, no, this is going to be a fun one because there's no point in me taking my purple if he's going to hit me with a submission. Following that, my favorite and least favorite MLCs or MLEs. Decisions. Well, this can work in my favor as long as I don't have nothing go too crazy in Cascade. So we'll take that. We will take the blue right there. Boom. We'll take this yellow right here. My least favorite, hands down. Okay, let's do this. My least favorite MLC. Personally, for me, I believe 2024, it had to be the Final Testament one. That's just me. Because that was the last glimpse of the spend hard to get what you want situation. That was the shadows of dark times, hard times in WWE Champions, you know. So that's where that's my reasoning for saying that. The Final Testament MLC with Akam as the free to play, Tech Karrion Kross pulling up, Powerhouse Razor. That was my least favorite MLC of the year. My favorite MLC, once again, the quote says it all. I love you, Solo. That is, in my opinion, hands down, the be-all, end-all. That was the best. There's no debate or argument about that. The Bloodline MLC was great because, I mean, there was a lot that went down with it. What's up to my cuzzo checking in on things. There's a lot that went down with it for the simple fact of you had literally a new crop of characters come through. Aside from one getting a second variation, well, two technically, you had Tongaloa, amazing entourage ability as a technician. You had Tamatonga, a beast with the move damage and the trap gem play as a trickster. You had the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu as an acrobat answer to a lot of accounts problems. Not only mine, but many others were looking for a solid go-to acrobat, and he was obtainable. And then, of course, you had Solo Sikoa as a S plus tier. Going from a S tier to a S plus tier is a huge upgrade. Let's just get that real, people. Let's be real with that. And then you had the surprise character in OTC modern era striker Roman Reigns. It doesn't get much better than that, y'all. It genuinely doesn't get much better than that. Yeah, he was a little pay to win friendly, if you know, you know. But a lot of people are also able to get him very quickly, depending on how things were with the RNG luck. So we're going to keep that. We're just going to keep it a buck there. We're just going to keep it a spade there. And so I enjoyed it. Plus, you had the moment. You had the gear with Jacob Fatu. You had gear for Tongaloa. You had the skill plate for Tamatanga. There was a lot packed into that MLC, let alone the initial debut of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's what made it very fascinating, and it didn't miss a stride with it. So that, to me, the best MLC had to be the Bloodline. Everyone can easily always say Anniversary with Retro Rewind or the Zombies, because those are the two that everyone's always looking for, excited and ecstatic for. That's highly understandable. It's understandable as to why. But realistically, for the debut and for how everyone took to it, and it kept everyone's attention throughout the entire MLC from start to finish. You always had something to look forward to. I have to give it to the Bloodline MLE month-long event for the best MLE of 2024. And again, the Final Testament MLE being the worst of 2024. So we will go with that one. I mean, honestly, though, there's always going to be something bad that happens in the game. There's always going to be some ups and downs. I will say the way that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I will give, all right, okay, I'll say this: worst dub LE week-long event throughout the year. Bear with me on this. I will possibly give it to. It's a tie. It's a two-way tie. I will give the initial worst rollout for me for, like, I guess week-long contest. I'll give it to the initial launch of how they did the Extreme Rules with the Hall of Fame Blitz. That was left a very poor, sour taste in my mouth. I went to the wrong one. That's on me. That's fine. Lyra Valkyria, one day you'll join my crew. But to me personally, the one that is the worst, like to me, had to be the, I guess you can count it as a contest, we'll say that, was just the revamp with the Hall of Fame required, 6-star Hall of Fame requirement for the midweek content. But if I'm going week long, the worst, the initial had to be, personally, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 1. Part 1 was absolutely horrendous. There was no excuse about that. It could have been rolled out a lot better. They could have done a lot better. But you know what? You know what? I'm actually going to be real with y'all. I'm going to be real with y'all because it's not over yet. But the one that's... if I'm going to go week-long contests and worst of the worst right now, I gotta go with the 12 J's of Christmas. Now, granted, the contest means well. If everything's said and done, you're going to end up with at least over 1,500 shards of Jey Uso Yeet. But personally, I know that they should have followed suit with what they did with Part 2 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with Shredder being obtainable. Jey, it's Christmas time, y'all. Jey should be obtainable. You gave us a free S tier in Shredder Reigns. Jey Yeet Uso should be obtainable to everybody with Christmas right around the corner without you having to spend a single cent. Now, granted, if you spend money, then yeah, you should be rewarded with an opportunity at his 6-star gold poster. But when you really look at the prize walls that both came out for the stockings and the presents, they're kind of lackluster. Depending on your account and depending on how much you spend, even then, it could be very, very lackluster just because of what you invest into the game. So, if they had done what they done with part two of the Turtles, with Shredder being obtainable just by doing the content and grinding and, you know, doing your thing with your faction with Jey Uso, I think this would be a lot better. And then, of course, hey, everyone's guaranteed a S tier striker in Jey Uso. Yeet, Merry Christmas. But if you want his gear, if you want his plate, then yes, you're going to have to spend money. That is where I stand on that. So if we can have a tie on that. Contest content block, I will say the Hall of Fame Blitz revamp. Week-long events, it's a tie between the initial launch of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the 12 Days of Christmas Yeet situation. Following that, though, for the best situation, it is going to be going to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2 with the debut of Shredder and Casey Jones, Cody Rhodes, and Shredder Reigns, as well as the comeback of Rocky. Literally, with the Rocky situation, everyone had a chance. Everyone had an opportunity to take care of business and walk away with some good stuff. Even if you didn't pick up like Apollo or anything like that, if you just did the content and you did what you needed to do every single day, you were able to walk away with a lot of good stuff. Like with that, I was able to walk away with a lot of good skill plays. I was able to acquire the moment. I was able to walk away with a lot of things that benefit my account on multiple facets and multiple sides. So to me, the Rocky event, the one last round, the final round, that was amazing. And the part two to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, bringing out the moment, finally getting the silhouettes filled in with Shredder Reigns and Casey Rhodes. Yeah, you see what I did there. That was definitely the be all end all right there for me. So again, it's different for everybody. I should be good to go on this. I am not. Who is missing? Okay, we need Ozzy. We need to borrow Ozzy real quick. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. So that's just me personally, what my standpoint on it. We can agree to disagree, but again, the things that I'm mentioning here, let's chop it up in the comments below. Thought this was going to be short, sweet, and brief. It clearly isn't, but it's always good to have interaction with all of y'all. So yeah, man. That's just the god honest truth. The part one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was horrible, absolutely horrendous. 12 Days of Christmas is a hit and a miss, especially with the prize wall. It's the prize walls of yesteryear. It seems really good, but realistically, when you look at the prices of certain things on both of them and what you're able to obtain, I'm disappointed. It could have been a lot better, especially with it being Christmas. Because I honestly would have, I wouldn't have minded. I genuinely would not have minded if I genuinely wouldn't have minded if the Christmas gear was on there. You know what I mean? Like if we had the Christmas gear rolled out, we had stuff for like Hogan just got his rework and everything. That would have made more sense to me. That's just me personally. I think that it would have gone and rolled a little bit better. But now it makes it crystal clear what their motives are and what their intentions are going to be. Because if we're not getting the Christmas gear early, if we're not getting the Christmas gear in the midweek prize wall for Deck the Brawls MLE, then I have to say that more than likely we're going to get a Christmas sweater. We're probably going to get a Christmas sweater banner. Loot banner for loopholes. That's more than likely, sadly, what's going to happen. That's just what it is, because Scopely gets greedy when you least expect it, or when you do expect it. And I mean, they could do another prize wall. They could add stuff on, but right now, when I'm doing this video, it's not looking the best. It's not looking good at all. So we will see how everything plays out and how everything goes at the end of the day. But nonetheless, though, we are where we are. We are who we are. So it's Scopely's going to be a business before anything. So it's nothing personal. It's just business. They got to get their bag. So following that, well, we talked about best free to plays, A tiers, S plus tiers, quality of life feature, gameplay feature, best WLE, worst WLEs with ties. It's cool. It's justifiable. It happens. Whatever works, right? I will also add on, I do enjoy that the MLEs now have a theme that's going. That is fire to me. I am grateful that they got like a theme going now. Like, let's run her, because I think now, yeah, she's gonna be past her due date in a sense, so we can go ahead and pull her out to play with that 100% move damage, and we can just put you to sleep, Lyra. It's nothing personal. I am glad that they have finally gotten a little rhythm as to how they go about content. For instance, each month has been based around a different specialty gem. So, and they've also had characters with certain reversals. So that has been amazing. Like the zombies, they reverse submissions. You know what I mean? You've got Ozzy Osbourne, he reverse submissions. You got people that are reversing trap gems, multiply gems with Tiffy time. So I am loving the theme of that, and I'm looking for more of that coming into 2025. We also have gotten a lot of free to play units now that have 3 abilities. Or we have S tiers and S plus tiers and A tiers that have 3 abilities. Who's to say that it doesn't get boosted? Who's to say that it doesn't get moved up to a point where now you got people that are having 4 or 5 abilities? That's something that a lot of people need to understand and look into to get more life out of the game. You already are up to 600 plus characters, right? You're already up to 600 plus characters. So with that being in mind and that being considered, you got to think of different ways to make people viable, because guess what? Every character is going to have a shelf life when it pertains to taking care of content, right? Like everyone has their moment in the sun. As much as I love Jacob Fatu, as much as I love my Vader, as much as I love OTC, there's characters that are going to be able to stand the test of time, like a William Regal, or even a Long Beach Snoop now with all the future proofing of entourage abilities that have been obtainable, right? There's going to be people that are going to stand the test of time, and then you're also going to have characters out here that are going to have their moment in the sun, and then it's said and done. There's going to come a time, maybe possibly, where Jacob Fatu isn't viable anymore, right? But the entourage abilities, the trainer and coaching abilities will stand the test of time. And that is something that is amazing. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to, like, the same way that we were getting a rhythm of specialty gems. Like literally when it came to the Y6 coming into play, it was all about row break gems or multiply gems. Now this time around with the ending deck the brawls, it's all about column break gems and what have you. I would love to also see more theme to the characters, more eras getting some proper due. Maybe a PG era MLE, maybe a ruthless aggression era MLE, reality era MLE. Adding more to those very small and minimal groups would be very, very great. That would be absolutely amazing and definitely worthwhile. We've yet to get the Stone Cold Austin 316 Striker rework, so more reworks would be amazing. That would be a good look. Just overall, like applying what they're doing with the entourage abilities, with from the free character to S plus tier throughout the month in future MLCs, but also having a good theme overall with the characters that are involved in it. Modern era has gotten some love. New gen has gotten some love as of late. It would be nice to see something with the Hall of Fame, the PG, the reality, the ruthless aggression. These are like definitely classes and eras that need some love. Let's see what happens. I'm excited and I'm ecstatic for it. So we got that knocked out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead. Yeah, wait, there's more. There is more. We're going to take care of this one real quick. Long videos, it is what it is. I'm not even really worried about honestly, to be realistic with you, I'm not really even concerned about the videos not getting that many likes or views. It's just a thing of like offering up different situations for people. So that's how I look at it here. I'm actually going to use my boy Batista. We spoke on him. I like using him, so we're going to go ahead and put him in the game. We're going to put me in the game, coach. I got you, bro. I got you. So we're going to go ahead and put this all in here so my boy can show off, do some stuff, and then we're going to keep on rocking and rolling. But nonetheless, I'm grateful for anybody who's been watching. And again, like, let's talk about it. Who is your favorite free to play character? Who is your favorite? Well, might as well say, who is your favorite B tier? Who is your favorite S tier? Your favorite B tier, A tier, S plus tier of the year. What was your favorite quality of life feature? What was your favorite gameplay feature? What was your favorite MLC or MLE? What was your least favorite MLC, MLE? What was your favorite block of content? Like, let's talk about it. I love talking to all of y'all. I love being realistic with y'all and just getting the opportunity to be a part of your life and a part of your day. And, just being able to do something with y'all every single day. So we're going to go ahead and put this right here. Yeah, it still works. It still works to this time. And Uncle Howdy makes this dude even more of a problem, y'all. Like, even though, sure, we don't have the moment and whatnot, but we still get busy. We still get busy with this easy clap setup. So it's nothing but a thing. 1-3 match, it's over. Boom. Fully loaded. Bob's your uncle. Batista is definitely going up to 6-star gold in the future. Him, Immortal Hulk Hogan's definitely going up. Jade Cargill. Those are the 3 that I have right now. If I wanted to finish out the set, I really have to think about it and consider it of who I want to take up. But at the moment, those are 3 that are definitely going up to 6-star gold. Maybe by the end of this year, they will be up there, or the beginning of the new year, they will be up there. So that's what we're going to do. But I love Batista. Definitely got it. It's amazing to think that a free-to-play version of a character honestly can do more justice for somebody than another character. Because the animal Batista, in my opinion, should have been the be-all, end-all. He should have been an absolute problem when he showed up. And granted, if you got all the right things now, he probably can be. But realistically, though, this is the Batista that we needed. This is that I walk alone Batista. This is that big suit and wearing sunglasses guy. This is the guy that put on some bangers with the Undertaker. This is the Batista that I love. Now, granted, they gave him gear that is similar to when he was Bootista or Bluetista, but nonetheless, he got his flowers, so I'm grateful for it. Definitely will be seeking out and hunting down that moment. It's just, again, that just left a sour taste in my mouth. But I did it so you wouldn't have to. So now you know. And again, if you're going to have moments like that offered, Scopely, if you're listening, please, if you're going to have a moment that takes multiple tokens to do, if you're going to have it on the prize wall like that, then have multiple of them so then people know, like, hey, get the amount that you rightfully need and then call it a day. That's just all I'm saying, Scopely. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't just have one, like, making me think, oh, if I get this moment, it fully unlocks it. No, if there's multiple of it and you know how it goes, do that. Or, start, same like the women's evolution moment. Put it into the showdown. Start circulating it through there. So that way people can have an opportunity to not wait that long for it to show up. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm just trying to throw you a bone. Because things like that matter to the community. They really do. So, we're just going to keep on rocking and rolling. We're going to keep on rocking and rolling. Spam. Literally, this was the build that I put together, I believe, when I had Batista at 3-star. And thank you to all those back in the day that gave it an opportunity. And, like, I got a lot of views off of that video, but it was like, it made sense and it flowed. Like, sometimes just because you get them at 4-star or 5-star doesn't necessarily mean that's the best build for them. The power gem build is absolutely immaculate and monstrous, so we're not going to take that away from it. There's an answer to everything, especially when we were able to, like, even a free-to-play character. I could even throw a Michelangelo Kofi Kingston out there for y'all, realistically, because he was an absolute beast and an absolute problem. It still is. A great, incredible coach, alongside Donatello getting his rework too, highly accessible. That's another one that can be thrown in there for the S tier. We were eating good today. Hands down, the greatest batch of free-to-play characters, except for Awesome Truth. Well, yeah, in the moment he's good, but afterwards we'll see how many people still rock with him. But obviously by then, who knows? Could get a super OP buff, and then he's on the next level in another Zenith, right? But definitely this was a great year for free to play characters, husbando and waifu alike. There's no discussion there. And then even aside from that, I mean, you just had a good crop of characters that came out. We saw the end of eras and the beginning of eras. We saw the end of an era with the Final Testament. That was the last, like, you really gotta pay, like, spend mad money or call it, like, you sacrifice so much time to get a chase character. That, and then following that, we got a new lineup with, Tranquilo, Andrade Almas, with Final Boss Rock. You know what I mean? We had Rex Regum, Rex Regum, Triple H. I'm literally forgetting. I'm missing the S tier that was with them too. There was a S tier that was with them because there was someone before them. They're not coming to my mind, so forgive me or enlighten me in the comments below. But you literally saw a new format where, hey, the A tier character is obtainable. Hey, the S tier, if you do this, follow this set structure, you can get them. Hey, and that S plus tier, if you really want them, you're going to have to dig in your pockets. So they set up a new curriculum, and even then, the structure as to how they did everything was absolutely amazing with how they did stuff with just how you go about like each weekend, right? They had it set up for each weekend. This is the weekend where this person's charge is going to be the most on the weekend. This person's going to have the least amount this weekend. So it made it cool. It made it fun. It made it fair and just to everybody, right? So that's the beauty of WWE champions, just seeing the coming of age in a sense of seeing from dark times to good times, you know what I mean? Dark times, the hard times, baby, and just seeing everyone in the community being able to benefit and capitalize off of it. So, boom, let's see what happens. He's going to kick out here. Did he even put any trap gems down? He did not, but we are about to see what goes down, and then Ronda's going to try to come in and do something big, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Maybe Ronda's just going to be like, man, if he dies, he dies. She pulls a Drago. Nah, she's going to force a tag. Okay, that is... Oh, Lord, she chose death then. That's horrible, Ronda. You didn't learn from Survivor Series, huh? You poor child. You poor child. You did not learn from real life mistakes. Oh, Lord, you might as well say that Charlotte got the kendo stick. I don't even got to buff this up for you. I don't need to do this, but because you chose to interrupt Batista and Julius Creed's bonding moment, well, we're just going to do it to you just because you just didn't know any better. So we're going to beef it again, and it's going to go down the same way it went before. You're going to get booed out of the arena. So let's call it a day. Boom. We're going to hit that one. Da-da-da-da-da. We loving it. Boom. I'm having a good time making a video for y'all. My son and daughter having a good time with their childhood friend. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Everyone's having a great time. Yeah, I definitely wanted to make sure I got this video down and got this straight and sorted out for y'all. Because I love y'all. I got nothing but love for y'all. We be doing some things. And boom, just like that. Clockwork. So this was actually fun too because Batista got the job done, got to showcase himself, and then Charlotte came through and clutched it. You know what I mean? Beauty and the Beast again. So all right, we were close but no cigar. I'm at peace. We don't have Ilya. So all right, let's go ahead and claim our rewards. Let's see what we were able to get. Let's see what we were able to obtain. Well, am I the only one that's been happening to? I do not know why it's doing that, but we're getting closer and closer to the end on this, y'all. We're getting closer and closer. So boom, boom. How many more? Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I don't know if it's me. Maybe it's me. It seems like it's going to take a little longer for me to get JD this time around. But I'm also not spending like that either. So it's kind of understandable. I get it. Get a couple more presents. And as long as we get that, we are content. Getting the snow globe is the key thing. Santa Hogan, I'm not even worried about. I'm not even going to trip over that one. Okay, so we got to do some stuff. We got to beat the Blitz and it doubled up. All right, all right. We don't ask questions, y'all. We don't ask questions. Let's see what else we gotta get here. Boom. Get some more. Boom. Get some more. Give me some more. Give me some more. All right. So we are working our way up. We are working our way up. We will get there. We will get you, JD. JD is a smooth operator. He is a cool dude. All right. And we are almost. So we are about to get 2 snow globes. Hopefully. We will hopefully have 2 snow globes. And we're not really even spending like that. So they got everything up now. This is what we need to do. All right, we can do Charlotte. We can do Roxanne. Roxanne. We can do Io. We can do Maxine. And we can do Bianca. I got to work on Bianca Belair. I'm not even surprised by that now. So we can't do, we're not going to get Lyra. We're not going to get Indy. We're not going to get Bodacious Becky. But we can get the other ones. Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely make that happen. We can definitely make that work. So that is not a problem. They did revamp everything to people's likings. Do not trip, y'all. When you really look at all of these requirements, they are doable. They are obtainable. And like I spoke on a while back when they had the 6-star gold blitz that I missed out on that hard times, baby. You can literally double dip in a lot of ways. For instance, if you got Super Stacy, y'all, she takes care of your powerhouse. She takes care of your ruthless aggression. So, boom, that's somebody taken care of. Rhea Ripley, acrobat, legend. Boom. Trish Stratus or Stacy Keibler, trickster, attitude era. Now, obviously, all right, y'all. Like, there's only a handful of waifus for New Gen, so dust off your Alundra Blaze. She's gonna have to put it to work for you. Reality era. I think Brie and Nikki. I think they have reality era coverage, so that would be a powerhouse and a trickster right there for you. Hall of Fame. Tori Wilson, China. Again, the Bellas. There's only a handful. Lita, Trish. There's only a handful of them, y'all. So there's going to be slim pickings for them. But like I always tell people, get the bad stuff out of the way. If anything, start off your feud with the people that you need the most. Like, you have to get them out of the way because you just aren't going to like using them. So again, knock out your Alundra Blazes. Knock out your reality era coverage. Knock out that ruthless aggression, okay? Get that out of the way so then you can worry, because this is all waifus. It isn't a switch up. It isn't no husbandos this time around. It is all about the waifus. But by you having all those different types of scores, you will be able to get here sooner rather than later, especially if you got your feud promoters, especially if you get your steps. You're going to be able to get here quicker, and it's looking like you're getting the opportunity for gem damage straps. So who knows? I'm probably going to go all in for this one and try my best to get it 150% gem damage straps, and maybe these chests are good to me, and I do pick up something really good, something really worthwhile. So only one way to find out. Time will tell. But that is the video, y'all. Again, thank y'all so much for the opportunity. I'm not going to apologize but for my kids being kids. I'm grateful that my kids are having a good time. My daughter spending time with her with a young man that's family, might as well say. Haven't seen him in a while, so I'm glad that they're having fun bonding. And my son, absolutely amazing, just checking in on dad, like, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. Have you upstairs doing your thing? Well, allow me to intrude. And then he was playing around with the door for a bit. It's always a blessing to spend time with your kids and be present and be a part of their lives. But nonetheless, we got a lot done today, y'all. I'm grateful to do this with y'all. And always remember this. Hey, yo, hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love and respect to each and every single one of you and my beloved champions, fam. Like the video, share the video, but most importantly of all, if you really rock with your boy, you like what you heard, you like what you saw, let's chop it up in the comments below, but let's go a step further. Give me that opportunity to be a part of your life on the daily, because I do what I can on the daily, and it costs you absolutely nothing. It's absolutely free 99 to do. All you gotta do is, first, is drop a people's elbow on the subscribe button, and second, hit a razor's edge on the bell icon to receive all future notifications from yours truly, the one and only bad guy of WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0, the most electrifying content creator in WWE Champions Entertainment. I love you all. I respect you all. I'm praying for you all tenfold. Let the good times roll. Thank you again for your patience. Thank you for this time shared and spent. Again, final wrap up before I'm out of here. Let's chop it up once again. Who out of 2024, wrapping it up with a big bow, what was your favorite free-to-play B-tier champion? Husbando and waifu alike if you want to. Who was your favorite A tier? Who was your favorite S tier, S plus tier champion released this year? Following that, what was your favorite and least favorite MLE? What was your favorite quality of life feature or update? What was your favorite gameplay update? Or as well, what was your least favorite? Aside from that, though, what was your favorite and least favorite week-long event? Because we did have plenty of them without. And what are you looking forward to in 2025 when it comes to WWE Champions? Again, we're getting hit with the back-to-back work right now. We had the zombies, then we had the zombies, then we had Black Friday, now we got Christmas. Might be a little downtime in January, but then right in February is going to be coming the 8th anniversary of WWE Champions. It's crazy to think that this game has literally been around for almost 8 years and many more years to come, y'all. So let's chop it up in the comments below. If you made it this far, please, let's talk about it. And aside from that, anything else you want to talk about, bring it up. Who did you use to clear these tours out? It ain't nothing but a thing. And most importantly, let's have a great feud weekend ahead of us. So remember this, no matter where you're coming from, no matter where you're headed, no matter what you're going through, always know that in my eyes, you always will and forever will be a champion. Good feuding, good blitzing, good showdown, good boss battle, good touring. All content aside, I love you all. Thank you so much for your time. I bid you adieu. And until next time, y'all, stay tuned. Peace.